Hello and welcome back, everyone. I've been absent for some time now, and I was out for a walk in the woods, and I just got the feeling today that I should make a video. I have been actively quiet, and I know that my last message was for some people a little bit it was a hard message, and I just want to tell you a little bit about how everything is. I cannot go into any communication I have because I'm pretty much going to be quiet until there is something that I need to tell to the outside world. But with that being said, I just want to reassure you, because I have all this communication and I have support from our galactic family, from the Lyrans, and they're helping me. I have powerful enemies in the negative entities and everything that I've been through, and that's why people that are stuck in the New Age matrix, that haven't woken up to all the layers, they think my message was dark. And I have seen comments about this, and I even seen people that reacted with great almost fear. And I don't know, I don't see it myself as being that negative. It was much worse to live through what I've been telling you than how I have portrayed it, because you can't tell everything and you can't convey all the feelings and all the emotions. And so I just want to reassure you, since many of you don't have this information, or you have corrupt information from all the sites and channels out there telling you different things, all the hopiums. Everything is going good, my friends. Everything is going as planned. You have absolutely nothing to be worried about. The future is going to be amazing. All the love you could ever imagine in your life will be here soon. And I talk about real love. Real love with aim and intention and real emotions. We are protected. That's all I can say. The other communication I have is private, and not only the good heirs of the world are listening, even the evil is listening. And they don't even listen on this medium, they listen in the ether of the substance of the universe, through the dimensions. So our galactic friends can't say everything to me because it can be intercepted. And sometimes they can tell me more because they can see when an area is clear, when there is no interference from the negative entities, negative galactics, ETs, and I can get some more information. But we are safe. I cannot say that this is what makes this so hard, because we are on a soul journey, and some people have chosen the wrong decisions. They have chosen fame or money or taken the easy way when they should have taken the hard way and really understood things about themselves and things about the surroundings. And it's easy And I don't blame these people, because my life and my upbringing have made me quite hard. And I can stand a lot more than most people. And that sometimes I forget that some people haven't had those experiences that I have. And I don't talk about these last years, 2 years with 2.5, 3 years so with galactic experience. I'm talking about life in general. So I just want you to understand, if you come from New Age, or you're a younger individual that haven't had so much life yet, that sometimes tough love is the best love. It doesn't mean that you like the love, but sometimes tough love is the one that guides in the right direction. And if you find some of my messages tough, it's because it's tough love. I really mean well. And I'm really trying to convey what I'm experiencing. And I understand that people don't believe just anyone like that. And that's why I'm hoping that when you listen to my story, my spiritual journey to Lyra, that you can sense that it's a true message. And I have only told you about half of the story. And what people don't understand, that we are in a system of control of humanity. And people that are spiritual and in the New Age, they don't understand that this control is in everything we experience. And I've been trying to explain this many times, and it has been a realization for me too. And people need to understand that we live in a 3D environment, and you can calculate this 3D environment with mathematics, and you can calculate a 4D and a 5D dimension in mathematics. So what people sometimes fail to realize is that the fourth dimension is just beside us all the time, and the fifth and the sixth and so on. They are just intertwined with each other, like layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. And in the fourth dimension, as also have been said in many contactee stories and those that talk about UFOs and so on, from a more galactic perspective, that what you manifest when it comes to fear, it becomes an energy in the fourth dimension. So with all the wars and all the fears we have, and all the nightmares, and all the horror movies, and all the distortions that we experience, that create a distortion in our being, in our soul, all of that brings energy to the fourth dimension. And in the fourth dimension, there are ETs, an astral being that can't raise higher in dimensions than the fourth. And sometime in the past, as most of you know, we have fallen. And we have fallen from the fifth through the fourth and to the third dimension. And once we enter the third dimension, we became a prison to the fourth dimension. Because we don't see the fourth dimension entities. I have seen them. I can see them. I see them as I said, as outlines, or when you look at hot asphalt in the summer and you get that heat wave over the asphalt. That's how they look, and you can see them move. You can see in their hands and their legs and you can see everything, but you can't see any feature. But you see that heat wave about them when they move around, so you can see them if they don't visit you in a orb form. And then I also see them in the simultaneously in the visions with them, you know. So I see them both with my 3D eyes and with my inner eye. And when we fell down into the third dimension, we became under control of the fourth. And in the fourth we have very powerful psychic ETs. And what people don't understand is that the negative ETs in the fourth dimension, they are very strong when it comes to psychic powers. Then they can project strength into you. They can project fear. They can project sadness. All of those things, and those emotions that we give out here in the third dimension of fear and so on, because of the life how it is here. That is, they collect this energy in the fourth dimension. And I haven't been told all of this, as I said, but I have been told that when this is over, I will be told. And when I am told, if I can and if it's possible, I think it will be necessary that I tell. So I'm just saying that because I don't want to go the events beforehand. So we're living here in this construct, going to work, having the little money we have, and we watch at movies and we do things that brings us more and more down into this 3D reality. We look at horror movies, we read about murders in the newspaper, all the distorted things that are going on in the school environment, with all the things that are happening to the children that you can't speak about in this on this medium. And people just think it's interesting to look at the horror movie or watching someone that filmed something live, something horrible and publish it on Facebook and so on. But it actually gives energy to the control system. And sometime in the past, we have been tricked into being interested in these negative things, and that has brought us down through the fourth dimension into the third, into the control. And I understand that this can sound very out there for people that are not psychic or really spiritually aware or have this experience that I have had. But eventually you're going to reach a point where you can decipher what is your true emotions and what is any projections from the fourth dimension. And the fourth dimensional projections, they go through your heart. So that's why the message was in my last video that you have to stand up and you can't regret anything, because it's through that emotion of anxiety, regret and disbelief that can make you doubt yourself, and you get that anxiety around your heart, and that brings you down. So that's why when in the New Age community, when they talk about frequencies and vibrations, they are sort of right, but in the same time they are sort of wrong. The truth is somewhere in between. And This is where it's very hard for people, because they don't have that experience, and so they have belief. And you should have belief. Belief is a good thing. Some people are material, they believe in UFOs, but they only believe if they can't see it, if they can't measure it, if they can't make scientific data about it, it doesn't exist. Some people are spiritual and they only believe that everything is a spiritual thing. They don't understand that we are spiritual beings, but we are in a physical construct. In the creation is a physical construct. We have a physical body, we have a physical experience. So we cannot have one without the other. And the truth lies just in between there when it comes to this. And it will be evident to everyone, and I know that there are many people that have so strong beliefs, and they will not believe me when I say this. And sometimes in the past, when I started this journey to tell what I know, there was a little while there when I was thinking, I can't tell them because, they don't react well, They don't feel good when I tell them the truth. So I didn't say everything, or I made it a little bit easier than it is, and so on. But if you understand that we fell down through the fourth dimension into the third, we are in an actual spiritual control of the fourth dimension, a spiritual emotional control. That's why when you say no to everything and you get your anxiety that is projected from the fourth dimension, and you stand up against this, eventually you'll become free. They can't touch you. And that's the real ascension. Because we all have to be able to see evil, and we all have to fight evil. Evil will not disappear by itself. But as I have said many times, there is a fine line here. There are people that get interested in the evil because it's interesting, and they continue this, and they share these messages everywhere, and they don't stop. There's nothing more they need to know about it, but they just keep sharing it. And then you're fulfilling the control system again. You are again producing those energies that are necessary for the system to work, the matrix. The spiritual and emotional, and the matrix that is the real matrix. So the truth is somewhere in between. There is a spiritual side to what is happening, and there is a physical side to what is happening. So when I share the truth to people that believes in UFOs, then it's too out there, it's too New Age. When I share the truth on the New Age sites, then it's too dark. You're not keeping your vibrations high enough. Well, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if people don't understand what is the truth. And in a way, maybe this is my message today when I'm thinking about it. Because we are safe. We are one. And no, this is not a hologram. This is a physical construct. This is the creation. Don't diminish it to say that it is a hologram. It doesn't work like a hologram. It is important. It's part of our experience. It's part of God, the creation. And it's the creation that the negative entities, the dark agenda, is trying to take from us. They're trying to take creation. They're trying to destroy it. They're trying to become masters of the creation. And most people don't realize nothing. They don't even see it. But just understand that we are safe. And we're gonna have a fantastic future. It's gonna be amazing. And don't be afraid. Know that you are protected. I'm sorry I can't convey everything I know. And I'm sorry I can't put up a radio link and you can hear their voices. Just know that you are protected. And whatever you are served in these weeks and months ahead, remember, we have all the higher spiritual forces with us. We have God. We have all the galactic families with us. And it's already done. But don't do a spiritual bypass. Don't refrain from helping an individual because there is something hard in that person's life if you can. Because it's dark and it will bring you down. If you can help someone in small and in large, you are helping the creation. And you're a divine soul. Before I go, I want to discuss 2 key concepts. And I've seen a video where someone have, I think it's 4.3 million followers. And this message has been shared on all the spiritual sites and everyone is praising this. And this is an intro of this Swedish woman standing on the snow on the ice, and it's very how you say, like movie angles and so on, you know. And then a couple of minutes, and then after that she let people speak and tell their message to the world. And it's very easy to fall for this thing because people have good messages. They want love, they want peace. But what they don't understand is all those people that wasn't allowed to speak. Because this message is spread on the medium where all the videos are spread in the spiritual community. Most of them. If you see someone have 4.3 million followers, you have to stop and think a bit. Because, and this is hard to speak about on this medium, so I have to be a little bit careful, as usual. And you have to know that on all these major platforms, not only when it comes to videos, when it comes to all these chat platforms, people have been deplatformed and removed and silenced. And we don't even have the clue how many, I have no number myself. I probably know about several hundreds that they have silenced during these 2 years. But that's just what I know about. So you can imagine how many thousands of people that have been deplatformed and are not allowed to raise their voice. People that got hurt during these 2 years. People that really woke up. People that really understands what is going on. Instead you have this superficial intro of this woman with this superficial portraying of truth and love. delivering a message. Because the only one that are allowed to deliver a message is the one that fulfill the matrix. Don't you understand that, people? Don't you understand that those that have the real information, that knows the truth, they will be silenced? Didn't these 2 years teach you something? There is a programming. I never talk about politics because if you understand how things work, it doesn't matter if it's left or right or the middle or whatever, it's the same thing, because the top layer is the same people and the politicians have nothing to say about anything. And sorry my friends for the silence, but the negative entities just blanked my mind. They can send energy and they blank it, and you can't remember anything, and it comes completely for a while blank. And yeah, it feels in a very special way. So anyway, the left have been programmed to say love at anything, like a code word. So they say love as they say hi and goodbye. There's no real aim, no real intention, no real emotion. They just say it, and when you say it, it's like a code word. It means that you are of the right beliefs and you'll get accepted within this group. And that's why the villain, the James Bond villain at the economic gathering in Schweiz, started his famous conference with love. So the video with this 4.3 million viewers is the same concept. You only need to say that love word. There's no real aim, no real intention with this video. The people that really have something to say, something that can change the future, they are not allowed to speak. So when you see this kind of love that is like a McDonald's, maybe I shouldn't say that, but you know, let's say when you see those hamburger commercials, when they are sponsoring a new children's hospital, and they play this music that talks to your emotions, and you almost have a tear in your ears, like you have in the movie theaters when you look at a really dramatic movie. When you see something that feels like that, then you understand. And this video, this 4.3 million video, where the real people that have some truth to say weren't allowed to speak because it's against the matrix. That video felt just like those hamburger companies commercials for the new children's hospital, when they are, yeah, you know what that food can do to you. Anyway, so you have to understand something. This is just one person, but everywhere on these mediums, the major ones that are getting spread are the ones that are allowed to speak. And we are not talking only about the platforms and everything. We're talking about the media that can stop people and everything. So the likelihood that there is a true message, if it's a 4.3 million followers, is zero. And you should start to learn how to recognize real love and real emotions, and not just click on those things that look beautiful or someone say love. You should analyze, is this really something? Is this really love? Is there really pure intention in this message that is being delivered? Or is there something else? And then I want to say something. We have a self-proclaimed spiritual leader here in Sweden that have some followers, and she said something. I usually don't listen too much to anyone, but I hear this, and she said that you can only ascend once, and when you have ascended, you cannot not go back in density. And sometimes I'm just amazed when I hear this kind of spiritual leaders, when they open their mouth and they say things like that without any real thought of what does it really mean that what you are saying. Do you have any knowledge? Do you have any experience? How can you say such a fact with only having a belief? So the soul can travel, and I've been shown this. The soul can travel anywhere, through all the dimensions, all the way up to God, all the way down. The soul can move wherever it wants. The soul is the most powerful thing in this universe. And there are people here in this present that are from the future, that have already ascended. Because as I have said, the ascension is a natural process. It doesn't make you better than anyone else. That's why when people just concentrate on frequencies and keeping their vibrations high, it's very egoistic, because it's a natural process. Everyone will go through it. It doesn't make you better than anyone else. It just meant that you had passed through this. And we are many here on this planet that probably have passed through this already. Because you have to remember, when you move up to the dimension, there is no time. You can move back and forth in time, and you can see different times in one instant. When I speak to my galactic friends, they don't always speak like we do with one word after each other. They speak with 2-3 words at the same time. So when I'm going to explain a message, and then I realize I have to say 3 words suddenly in one time, because they actually sent me 3 words at the same time, because it conveys the emotions and the feeling of that message much better than only one word. And that's how it works in these high dimensions. You can see different times at one point. These times you can move back and forth to this. There is no time. That's why we are here, reincarnated, to take down the cabal. That's why my Lyran family is here. And that's why I'm here. I'm reincarnated in my past. And that's why I'm here giving you this message. And for anyone that hears this message and you get touched by it, I really appreciate it. And but it doesn't matter now, because as I told you, it's done, it is fixed, and whatever happens now, just know that. And I wish I could convey you the feelings, and just take it from my word. It is done, it is fixed, you are protected, we all are protected, and we're gonna have the most amazing future, the most amazing life. a life we could never imagine before. Okay, with that, my friends, another time.